It's time to get activated, gamers, because you're listening to the GigaBoots Game of the Year 2025, featuring Noel and Bob video games.
One of us awards the truth.
The other, a lie.
Chris Wolfhart.
Will the French take it all home?
And Dr. Agro.
Correct opinions, designed by committee.
This part features outrageous categories such as
Coolest thing in a game, Biggest jobber, Best antagonist, and Plan of the Year.
So grab your nuggies and Mountain Dew, gamers. Sit back in your race car chair and get ready, because the GigaBoots Game of the Year 2025 Podstravaganza starts right now! Yippee!
Hello and welcome back to part 4 of Game of the Year 2025. We've all survived so far. Let's see if you can survive another part yourself. We have some insanely strong categories this episode, and they're going to contain a lot of spoilers. So at the beginning of each, I'm going to say what game it contains spoilers for. Let's get started. Jesus, how do you choose one of these?
Are you going to introduce us?
Honestly, it's kind of goofy
Fuck you.
when... You know what? Yeah, Agro's right. Fuck you. I'm going to introduce everyone but you. We've got Dr. Agro.
Yeah.
We've got Chris Wolfhart.
Yeah.
I'm Noel Slamrocket, and that's all that fucking matters, Bob.
Oh, no.
You were wrong to have done it, Bob.
Jesus. First category. Plan of the Year. This will contain spoilers for Blade Chimera, 100-line Last Defense Academy, Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, Hades 2, Dynasty Warriors Origins, Death Stranding 2, and Silent Hill F. We're just going to give them a moment to leave. It's like when you say, hey, this next part of the presentation, you know, it's going to be about blank. You get up and leave now.
And then bam.
Then you shoot them on their way out. That's what you do, right? The nominees are from Blade Chimera, The Archbishop's Plan. From 100-line Last Defense Academy, Takumi Revival Exploit Strats. From Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, Becoming Jeffrey Epstein.
What?
From Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, the CIA going, leave the Demon King to me, and dying instantly. From Hades 2, the plan to defeat Kronos. From Dynasty Warriors Origins, Sun Jian and Sun Ce, both individually having the main character tell everyone that they are dead. From Death Stranding 2, The President's Plan. And from Silent Hill F, MK Ultra-ing your crush. Look, my dad said that's how he met my mom.
That's irrelevant and also bad.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah, what's up?
I love hearing this story. Explain the Dynasty Warriors Origins one to people. I love this every time because it's the funniest shit in the world to me.
So in Origins, you have the ability to alter the timeline and save characters who died in actual history.
Oh, no.
Notably, Sun Jian and Sun Ce. After you save them by doing ridiculously tough missions, they're like, that's great. I'm so glad that I survived that. But tell everyone else I'm dead. Trust me, it'll make sense later.
You didn't know it, but you were in a prequel, and we have to destroy all records of everything we did.
It's so true.
Does it make sense later?
It absolutely does not. They both show up. barely for the very final battle in the game. And like, we definitely helped. We actually for sure helped. It's like, you really didn't, guys.
Anyway, I have to go now. Hi-ho, Roadhouse! Anyway. Death Stranding 2 is going to take a while to unpack. Let's move somewhere simpler. Oh, yeah, this is so much simpler. Hey, Chris, how the fuck are you supposed to become Jeffrey Epstein and pirate Yakuza in Hawaii?
Okay, so a big part of that game is that in this corner of the ocean that's off Hawaii, you have pirates, and they all hang out at Madlantis, which is like a hidden island where there's like a coliseum where they do ship battles, and that's a mini game that you shouldn't engage with more than you have to. So it's run by the Queen, and her second in command is Samoa Joe.
Mm-hmm.
So Samoa Joe betrays her and is like, this Coliseum shit is pussy. We have a secret island that all the wealthiest people in the world like to go to. I'm gonna use this to trade weapons and human beings.
Oh.
So his goal is to literally take over Madlantis and make it into Little St. James.
It's ambitious.
And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna get connections to all the world's leaders, all the captains of industry.
This will never backfire.
Luckily, a 60-year-old man was there to beat his teeth down his throat.
Okay. Holy shit. I need something lighter. Bob, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound was you or Chris?
That was Chris.
Okay, Chris?
So, a big part of Ninja Gaiden Ragebound is the CIA screwing with you and getting in your way, and then later you discover making demon-human hybrid mutants.
Of course.
And they're like, this is also we can defeat the Demon King. We have to do this. We're protecting the world. We have to defeat the Demon King. And they're getting the things to open the portal to hell so they can kill the Demon King. It's not like he's going to show up and they want to be ready. They are bringing him here in order to kill him.
And this is a point where we got to pause and go, Aggro, have you ever seen those Fruit Gusher commercials they used to do?
I do recall those, yes.
Okay. So the moment the hell portal opens, every CIA dude just gutches.
Their plan was seemingly, because what happens is they open the portal. They don't have some big super science cannon.
Nope.
They don't have a bomb.
Nope.
They don't have an army of these mutants. They all just light the Demon King up with their guns, and then his eyes shine, and there's a flash, and they're all blood puddles.
Oh my God. See, I assumed that the context of this was like, there was a guy from the CIA who tries to do a cool thing.
No.
And jobs.
This is
whole CIA.
Yeah, no, everyone was in on this plan, it feels like. Didn't even feel like a desperate contingency plan. It feels like they were planning this. This was the goal.
Yeah, this is the whole thing. Having 10 guys show up to shoot the Demon Lord.
Foreign policy is hard, man. You know?
You could still try a little bit harder than that.
Shoot it with your guns.
You know, they're so lazy. Of course the Demon King isn't vulnerable to small arms fire. Where's the Gal Cannon?
You know? They would be so much more respectable if that is exactly what they did. It was like, yeah, and we had a battleship with a rail cannon on it right in front of the portal. Bob.
Mm-hmm.
Hades 2.
Okay. The plan to defeat Kronos, who's the main villain of Hades 2. So obviously, massive spoilers here. The main character has to go to the bottom of Hades, kill Kronos, which knocks him out for 5 hours or something, maybe 5 minutes. It's unclear exactly how long this lasts. Then she goes into the bedroom of the previous main character to enter a deep sleep in a dream world, to then travel through a mirror that happens to be there in that room that was left there, luckily, even though the Kronos took this place over 20 years ago. But luckily that mirror is still there, and that mirror lets her travel her consciousness back in time to talk to her brother who's asleep before he takes over. And convince him to... Oh my God. This is so complicated. Okay.
Yeah, it sure sounds overly complicated. You made a roguelike. Did it need to be this hard?
This might be a plan of the year by volume alone.
So you need to convince him to find Kronos before he heals and comes and takes over the underworld.
Okay.
And then, that's not all. You need him to find a weapon that he can then hide somewhere in his room so you can find it in the future, go enchant it, and then send it back into the past so he can go kill Kronos in the past.
It's okay, Melanoe. All we have to do is remember to drop that ancient artifact right behind this dresser.
Yes, I was just thinking, this is a Bill and Ted plan.
Yes, it really is. When he leaves the spear in his room and is just sitting there, I laughed so hard. I was like, it's been 20 plus years. Melanoe wasn't even born yet.
This is awesome. This sounds marvelous. I don't know. Oh my God.
It is a plan.
Who put in Takumi revival exploit strats?
I did.
This is 100 line. Please explain.
Okay, so one of the gimmicks of the second run is that Takumi himself goes back in time. Like that is the context for all the different routes. Is after the end of the first one, he goes back in time because he absorbs so much power because he spoilers, obviously. He kills the supreme commander of the invaders and siphons her hemo anima. And then something happens and the final boss shows up, and he also kills and absorbs the final boss's hemo anima, which makes him unbelievably powerful. And he has, in the game, he has an ability called Rewind that lets you go back to the start of the round if it went really bad. So they're like, now with all this power, you can rewind all 100 days.
Okay.
So he does that, and he still has a big power up, but that makes everybody else with hemo anima more powerful, including the Supreme Commander, who now shows up on like day 10. Because it's unclear if she remembers or is just really swift. But she shows up and she fucking rinses you. Like she does the I hit every single square on the entire map and do max damage.
Yup.
So it's like, fuck, we can't beat her. What do we do? But, earlier, Syrie, that horrible freak, told you about this bomb he made that includes the thing they were going to use to wipe out on all life on Earth. It's like, it's a bomb with a smaller amount of that in it. But we don't, like, it can destroy anything. And Takumi's like, we'll use it on her. We'll use it on her. And he's like, well, I don't have a detonator. So somebody would have to detonate it themselves. And the characters in this can come back to life if they die. They pop out of like a machine. I forget what it's fucking called, like the Resurrectomatic or some shit like that. The Revivomatic, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, just pop me out of the Revivomatic. And then Siri's like, no, we need your hemo anima to revive you from your blood. And if you get fucking eradicated, like it's like getting disintegrated in D&D. It's like, what the fuck do you revive if there's no body?
Mm-hmm.
So this little mentally ill's twink's plan is, okay, you, girl with the big axe, bisect me at the waist and throw me at her. You, guy whose weapon is a motorcycle, grab my lower body and rush and throw it into the Revivomatic before all my blood drains out.
Jesus Christ.
And they do this and it works.
Well, then he wasn't wrong. It was a good plan, actually.
The great thing is, you're really not sure if it's going to work because it doesn't matter how many routes you've already seen. What you've learned is the Revivomatic has a series of rules about when it will work and when it will not, and they do not fucking matter.
Oh my God, it's the ice cream maker in Iron Chef.
The Revival-matic will or won't revive someone depending on what we need to happen in the story right now.
Of course.
Yeah, it is kind of a MacGuffin.
Oh, that.
So
yeah, I think that's a pretty fantastic plan.
It is in fact a remarkable plan from this last year.
It is a great moment where everyone's like, Takumi, you're fucking crazy. And he basically like turns around and is like, I have stared into forever. Hit me with your axe.
Strong argument. Who nominated Blade Chimera's plan?
I did.
Oh, that was me. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm the one who wrote it in.
I
Can
forgot.
tell if you remember, you can write it. You can do it.
No, go ahead.
Okay, so at the start of this game, the main character works for like the cyberpunk Catholic Church. People turn into demons and he goes and kills them. And it's like, oh, people turn into demons because we have sinned. We banned alcohol and cigarettes. You're working for a really repressive theocracy. And then it turns out as you pull back all the secrets of the world, the demons are the negative result of a medical treatment that was supposed to be like regeneration, like limb regrowth. Both the main character and the archbishop that runs the religion were scientists on that project, and the archbishop did it too early. He ran tests on human beings too early, so it escaped containment and fucked up the planet. So his plan is, well, the world will need hope to deal with the demon apocalypse. So I'm going to somehow start the theocracy with myself as the archbishop. I am just some scientist, by the way. I will assume a new identity and become the pope.
Oh my god! What has science done? I'm switching teams, by the way.
Yeah, no, it was an incredible moment.
Honestly, this isn't even the plan I was going to nominate him for.
Oh my god! What plan were you going to nominate?
So are you nominating based on the basis of I won't kill main character?
Yes.
This cannot go wrong?
I will in fact turn main character only guy who happened to not remember me, but could easily get his memory back and know exactly what I did because I caused this horrible outbreak. Instead of killing him when I find that he's still alive, I'm going to turn into my best demon hunter ever. He's going to have the most perfect body and be incredibly powerful.
And we will send him on missions to deal with people who might be able to tell him any of that information because they're the rebels and they must be dealt with. So I will send my best man.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Now, to be a little generous, they do pretty much imply that it's part of being like guilty.
Yes.
It is.
So it has any justification at all, but that really you can just fold that into the rest of his plan, which is unbelievably stupid.
Yeah, I mean, we're just building in a sub arc about him being guilty and becoming Pope.
This guy is like Kayaba Akihiko levels of brain. This is real genius level shit.
The genius of Aizen.
It really is.
Finally, someone fucking said it and it was accurate. Oh no. Well, I guess we can move to Silent Hill F.
Okay, so being a kid is hard, and relationships are hard. Mm-hmm. And when someone doesn't like you, maybe the way you would like them to, or that you like them, it can be frustrating and confusing. But I'm here to tell you that Shu's plan to dose his childhood friend's painkillers with the magical flower that makes you see God
What about
was maybe not like a straightforward A to B thought process.
Look,
Maybe a little bit mixed up.
I feel like we see a lot of notes about, this causes people to go insane.
yeah.
I mean, he's got to be thinking, all right, the way her brain is currently functioning isn't doing it for me. So I just need to keep changing the channel until we find something I like.
Right, she's grinding her teeth in her sleep and also at random, and the tension headaches are killing her. You know what would really distract her from all that tension? Losing her fucking mind.
Oh my God, she's potentially marrying a Shinto priest in his large old temple. Surely eating the flower that gives you religious experiences will make her turn away from him and back to me.
Shu looks over and the Pope from fucking Blade Chimera is giving him the thumbs up enthusiastically. Like he's fucking Skinner after the lunch. And lastly, the president's plan from Death Stranding 2. Bob?
Yeah.
How are we even?
I think the funniest part is actually a pretty small part, because his overall plan is basically just he's going to cause instant mortality. Like, it's going to do that. He's going to let humanity evolve to a new level of existence. But the funny part is, oh yeah, to encourage Sam to connect this next continent, connect Australia, he needs an antagonist. Let me just wake up the most dangerous creature to ever exist, Higgs. He might want to end all life on all planets, but surely this will just work as a small antagonist I can use against Sam.
Yeah.
Come on. How does that
I'm
go
also
for
going to
him?
outfit him with a brand new army.
Yes.
How does that go? How's that work out?
It didn't work out well.
What a shame. How could that be?
And honestly, the funniest part, it didn't even go bad because of anything you would fucking expect. That's an obvious problem, in my opinion.
Yes.
It's like his ass was expecting, well, we need to keep Higgs to keep playing a good antagonist. Hopefully this will work out. But then a Kojima cutscene hit him upside the head with a fucking thesaurus and a number of twists and all this other shit.
Yeah, no, it's so funny that technically that's what should have ruined his plan, but instead, while revealing his plan, Die Hardman basically beats him to death.
Yes, no, it's fucking great. Jesus fucking Christ. How would one fucking summarize the president's dipshit plan, though, into one sentence? Whatever. Him using Higgs is enough of a fucking... You sure about that? The uncertainty particle? We're going to rely on that guy? What an idiot. What a fucking moron. Anyways, please look forward to best plot twists. We'll see you over there. I think we did it. I think we covered all of them. We have. I'm going to say 4 votes.
Sure.
You know, I want to just give a couple more details about Death Stranding 2 here, because I think they are relevant. Yeah. Bob, please correct me if I'm wrong. Because, oh man, the game of the year grind and everything else going on in my life, it's been a lot. Anyway. It's worth noting the president himself is like a horrible collision of tens of thousands of souls, and the reason they want to use Higgs is because the guy was, and I shit you not, around.
What?
He was kind of just in the other realm next to the horrible conglomeration of souls that were fucking miserable, as caused by the original Death Stranding event. The original experiment on the... God, what is the Death Stranding 2 term for that? The still mother?
I think that their group intelligence actually came from an event shortly after Death Stranding 1.
Yes.
Weirdly enough, it's like between the two games.
But that is the one that the BB comes from, the one that created them, right?
No.
Okay, that was the one right before that? It sure would be great if that game established its interesting lore across the fucking 60-hour runtime instead of exclusively in the last 4 hours at most.
That's the style nowadays.
Kojima, please.
Put all your story at once.
If we could split this 80 minutes of nonstop lore, brain-busting cutscene into anything more. Because it literally is it's like a 70-minute cutscene. I was like, I know this game's not ending because we haven't hit the 70-minute cutscene that begins the ending. And then you hit that and I go, oh. Okay, anyway. So that's a mess. Anyways, let's get to voting. 3 votes or 4? How do people feel?
There's so many. Let's do 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I will let Chris go first.
Takumi rival exploit strats. That made me go, oh shit, this child is troubled. The CIA going, leave the Demon King to me. The Archbishop's plan is so fucking ludicrous. Because they never go into how he becomes the Pope. It's just like I did.
He just did.
Yeah.
He was good
was
at
a
communication, though he was obviously he can become the Pope.
I almost want to give it to Kronos, but it sounds like it's kind of a you have to kill him in multiple time periods at once to defeat him type deal. Which at least kind of makes sense with it being Kronos.
I think that the funniest thing about it, you enchant this spear so it can eradicate anything, and then you send it back in time so that your brother can deal with that. When really, you could just use that on him right now, and there is no real reason given as to why they don't. Other than he's weaker back then.
It's quite something.
But I'm going to give it to Dynasty Warriors Origins, because once I could tolerate, once would be acceptable to have that happen in your alternate history timeline thing.
Right, yeah.
But twice, no. Well, fuck off.
I noticed like both of these have that energy of Bill and Ted, where it's just like, thank you for saving me. However, we cannot alter the events of history. So if you could just tell everyone we're not dead or that we're dead. Anyway, stay excellent. Okay. We now move to Bob.
I've got to throw it on MK Ultra Your Crush. That is so funny. Like figuring out what exactly is going on near the end of there. Like, oh my God, Chu,
Right.
really? That's your plan?
Like you get to his house and you see all the flowers growing in the backyard and like, oh, you little shit.
It does lead to what I think is the funniest ending of the first one you see, where they completely break character in the sister card fee. Like, where'd you get those? I also got to throw it on the President's Plan from Death Stranding 2. The Dynasty Warriors Origin, Sun Jian and Sun Se plan, which is for some reason the same plan.
It's so stupid.
Great thinkers think alike.
The Hades 2 plan. Oh my God.
I think that was all of them, Bob.
Yeah,
was
that's all.
that
That's
was
it.
all?
You
Oh,
spent-
okay. All right, go ahead.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah. No, the others are really good, though.
Aggro?
I'm going to start with the Archbishop's plan. The CIA v Demon King fiasco. MK Ultra Your Crush. And Sun Tzu says that misinformation is sometimes necessary for both enemies and allies, so I can't vote for Dynasty Warriors Origins. I'm going to give it to the Takumi Revival Exploit strat.
I am voting for MK Ultra Your Crush. It's a dangerous gambit, and it didn't work out at all.
Sure, it was a bad plan, but it also made everything worse.
On a related note, I'm voting for the CIA's plan to open the demon gate and then just shoot him with normal-ass guns.
Like, I'm not saying that an American organization wouldn't do that.
No.
I'm just saying the CIA probably wouldn't.
If the real America would have a nuke involved there somehow.
Oh my God.
Man, imagine telling any U.S. politician we're gonna nuke hell. They
Right.
die from their blood rushing to their dick.
Yes.
The Takumi revival exploit strat works and is incredible, but Jesus, what a gambit. This is a nightmare. Because it really is down for me to the president's plan for Death Stranding 2, which is so fucking incredible. And the Archbishop's plan from Blade Chimera. Both, they kind of mirror each other in very specific ways, which is delightful. I think you do get that extra little bit of flair from the Archbishop going, and I'm Pope.
Yeah, the audacity with which he's just able to do that.
This was necessary. I was forced into this situation.
It's really fucking funny too, because everyone's just like, hey, yeah, we're not ready to do human testing yet on that thing. He's like, fuck you, I'm gonna do it anyway. And then he just goes, my God, what has science wrought? And then the game really is sure to drive in, and he's a giant fucking loser, and no one likes him. And here's the most piteous scene for a character in this game. Anyways, thanks for playing.
Yeah, I didn't put him in, but he could plausibly be in Cuck of the Year, because there is that angle to it.
Oh no, it's true.
It's true. We haven't recorded that part yet, so there's still time.
He's that classic, I was in love with her, but then my Chad-like coworker confessed to her, and they're gonna get married.
Yeah, so I'm throwing it on the Archbishop's plan. It really is one of the best, most noteworthy plans of the year.
Yes.
I just imagine him like dragging Shin off, not killing him, going, this will never work.
Yes! I have revolutionized medical science with this! Wow. Are they supposed to become goo zombies? My God! What has science wrought? Anyway, sorting these by how many votes they have, we have a 4-way tie. Between the Archbishop's plan from Blade Chimera, Takumi's revival exploit strats from 100 line, the CIA going leave the Demon King to me and dying instantly in Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, and MK Ultra your crush from Silent Hill F. Do we just want to do? No, we have to do. We have to do.
We either
two.
have to do all the. We either have to do 2 or include Dynasty Warriors and do 3.
Let's include Dynasty Warriors and do 3. I want to see how that shakes out. We'll let Bob go first.
Okay, let's see. MK Ultra, your crush. Dynasty Warriors. And oh my God. Yeah, these are some plans.
These are some plans.
Oh. The CIA. That's man, what?
While perhaps not the stupidest plan, the abrupt end of it really gets it up there.
Right? It's so fast.
Okay. I'm going with MK Ultra, your crush. The CIA going leave the Demon King to me and only bringing normal fucking guns. And I'm going dizzy looking at these 3 options. The Takumi Revival exploit strat. Chris.
Takumi. Leave the Demon King to me. And Blade Chimera.
Aggro.
Leave the Demon King to me. Has some serious step 1, open a portal to hell. Step 2, question mark. Step 3, profit energy.
Yeah. It does.
MK Ultra your crush. And the Archbishop's plan.
Okay, we got unanimous votes on the CIA. We've got 3 votes on MK Ultra Your Crush. 2 votes each on the Archbishop's plan and Takumi Revival exploit strat. And 1 vote on Jesus Christ, Dynasty Warriors Origins, Sunjan and Sunsa, both individually having the main character tell everyone that they are dead.
I think that just the order going from the top down to 4 is the correct order.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Takumi gets to be runner-up because at least his plan worked. None of these other motherfuckers had their plan work.
It may have been the craziest, but it did work.
Right? It was a gamble, but the gamble paid off, okay?
That's true.
Winners write the history. My plan was good because I lived.
That fire the bomb at the Supreme Commander thing happens in like a bunch of other routes, and it usually kills someone.
Yeah, he gets the best outcome from this situation.
I can also sign up for this. That does seem correct.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's unanimous then. We've got this locked in already.
Incredible.
The plan of... I can't believe I'm having to say this sentence. The plan of the year for 2025 is the CIA going, leave the Demon King to me, opening a portal, shooting him with normal guns, and dying instantly. In second place is the plan to MK Ultra Your Crush from Silent Hill F. Third place goes to the Archbishop's plan and Blade Chimera, with runner-up Takumi Revival exploit strats from 100 Line Last Defense Academy. It was just too good a plan compared to these other ones. Oh, man. Okay, moving on to a very different category. We're moving on to coolest thing in a game. This is going to include spoilers for Silent Hill F, Death Stranding 2, Deltarune, Luminous Arise, I suppose, Blade Chimera, Mario Kart World, Outer Worlds 2, Ghost of Yote, I think I said Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, and Silk Song. But just to be sure, I'm saying it again, and Silent Hill F, which I know I said, but I'm saying it again. The nominees are... I'm drawing it out so they have time to pause the video or audio, but, you know, Bob puts pictures in these, so you should watch on YouTube and like the video.
Oh, man.
Leave a comment also.
The nominees are The Arm from Silent Hill F, Becoming a God in Silk Song, The Motorcycle Level in Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, The Final Battle in Death Stranding 2, Chapter 3's Secret Boss in Deltarune, Luminous Arise, the whole game, Teleport Anywhere on the Map in Blade Chimera, Rainbow Road Reveal from Mario Kart World, The Last Whisper from Outer Worlds 2, and Wolf plus Guns Standoff in Ghost of Yote. Who nominated the Wolf and Ghost Standoff?
Oh, that was me.
Oh, okay. Tell me about it.
So the standoff is just one of the coolest fucking thing in the Ghost series. And in this one, you have your sick-ass wolf companion. So when you go to the standoff, and I can't imagine how this looks from their perspective, because one guy squares up with you, and somebody else squares up with the fucking wolf and walks into town with you.
Yeah.
So you beat one guy in a Bushido blade slice, and a wolf just throat tears the other guy. Then, depending on your equipment, you get to instant kill 2 more guys with your sword. And when the 4th guy runs up thinking she's got to be tired by now, you just pull out a gun and blast a motherfucker.
Yeah, this is pretty fucking awesome.
After which, like, all of those guys' weapons are now surrounding you in a pile of their corpses, ready to be picked up and hawked at like 4 more guys.
Aggro, explain the Last Whisper.
There are a lot of really cool guns in the Outer Worlds too, but this was the first one that I got that actually kind of frightened me. This is a legendary shotgun, like the old World War I Ithaca shotgun, but it's got a silencer on it. And it's a video game silencer, so it means that enemies just can't hear you shoot it. It does 5 times damage when you've hit somebody from stealth with it, and anything that's killed by it immediately and silently turns into a pile of ash. Like, most guns were made to kill things. This was a gun that was made to end life.
Don't worry, we de-lifed them. Bob, you have put on here Rainbow Road reveal.
Yeah, at the end of the World Tour mode in Mario Kart World, they actually do like a really cool big reveal where it seems like Rainbow Road is appearing in the sky, and it unlocks part of the map and shows you it, and has a really cool cutscene for that. As that was really neat.
Yeah, no, it's cool so.
Neat.
That was the one thing in that game was like, oh wow, this game's hype.
Rainbow Road just descending like Galactus through the blue.
Basically.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, it was kind of sick as shit. I was like, wow, this game had some sauce right here. This is great. This one's pretty self-explanatory, but Bob, teleporting anywhere on the map at Blade Chimera is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You can just really early in the game get an ability to click anywhere on a Metroidvania map and just warp to that panel.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to play any other one after that, honestly.
I assume places that you've been before.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's literally the only limitation.
I think you have to exit the square from a different side than you entered it in order to be able to fast travel it.
That's probably the stipulation.
Because you start like in the middle of it.
There is some really funny shit you can do with this where like you're falling through the sky, but if you scroll over one square, you can now select that square. So then you spawn there and then you move to the same direction and fall from the sky and you get one more square and you keep repeating this.
Yeah, there's other goofy stuff where it's like, oh, well, I went you with an elevator, but there was something above that, so I'll warp above the elevator by doing this.
And that's pretty fucking cool, honestly.
That's real good.
Luminous Arise, the entire game is a visual fucking tree and an amazing fucking soundtrack. Visuals the likes of which you've never seen anywhere else.
Yeah, I seriously booted this game up being like, I need to find my favorite level to nominate that for coolest in a game. And this game, I can't separate these levels even. It's all just immaculate.
Yeah, it's end to end a superb, surreal, extreme experience that's unparalleled. If we had just found a way to make normal video games this fucking cool visually, who knows? I haven't played Romeo's Dead Man yet. Maybe it goes there. Maybe. Chris, you have nominated Chapter 3 Secret Boss of Deltarune.
So every chapter of Deltarune has a secret boss. It's really difficult, and you get a special item for completing it that like will presumably do something by the end of the game because they're all the same. It's the same item. So you beat Chapter 3 of Deltarune and go, where the fuck's the secret boss? And you go around and then you go through it and you find some stuff and you find like a Zelda mini game where you fight like what seems like a bonus boss, but you still don't get that item. So you're like, where the fuck's the secret boss? And then you figure out, because the chapter ends with an unwinnable boss fight against the primary antagonist of the game. That's the secret boss. You can actually win that fight.
Oh.
Huh.
And the secret thing that it gives you is it gives you a piece of armor called the Shadow Mantle, which just makes the boss not one-shot you.
Oh,
It still deals a lot of damage, but it won't one-shot you, that character. So you still have to lock in pretty hard, but it is very cool to realize you can win that fight.
Yeah, that's really clever and really cool.
And also, it's great that after you figure that out, you only have to watch the whole cutscene before it shows up once. Because after that, it was be like, do you want to just try again? You figured out that you can win this, so we're just going to let you loop it.
Good.
It also has an insane song.
Oh, yeah. I would expect nothing else because holy shit.
right.
That's how these go. Hey, there's the motorcycle level from Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. I think that was Chris, right?
No?
I believe I put that in there.
Oh, okay. You put your name next to the other ones you did, so I thought that was Chris then. Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, they're like really early in Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. You get to ride a motorcycle. And a main mechanic in that game is like doing a flip and bouncing off dudes. And you can just do that on the motorcycle, which makes it one of the best vehicle levels in the game, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking cool. Let's talk about the arm from Silent Hill F. Chris, was this you?
Yeah, that was me, because that's probably the biggest holy shit moment I had in a game this year. So about halfway through Silent Hill F, you go to the Dark World, and you're being led around by the fox-faced man, the man with the fox mask, because they just call him Fox Mask. And you're going through all these ceremonies for some ritual. And then the last one is to cut your own arm off, which she does. And she gets a giant wolf arm. And that's now in the game. When you're in the Dark World, you have the giant wolf arm. And you get a devil trigger from the giant wolf arm.
Which is pretty fucking sick.
The moment I realized, like, oh, this isn't just some walk and talk thing from now on and, like, it gets undone. This is the rest of the game. You have this arm.
Mm-hmm.
Which I thought was pretty amazing.
Yeah, no, it's pretty fucking sick.
I remember thinking, oh man, who needs a Bloodborne patch now?
Yeah, it does look very Bloodborne-y, like its fur is like tendrily in the exact same way.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Now we're getting into things that sound completely nuts. Becoming a god in Silksong?
So this is actually the bad ending for Silksong.
Oh.
You fight the creature that's like some Eldritchian god at the top of the tower. And during the fight, you actually start absorbing its power, and it starts like breaking apart your life meter and making it into some creepy new thing. Ugh. And then it just plays a cutscene where it's like, oh yeah, you became the new Eldritchian god ruling this whole area. You're kind of cursed and doomed to rule it now, and can't really move, but you're growing like 8 extra arms. It's really sick.
Oh my god. And then there's the final battle of Death Stranding 2. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, this is a lot. They put parts of this in that trailer.
Painting the visuals fucking hard as hell. And yeah, of course they did. I didn't fucking watch the trailer, for God. So you end up on the beach as a giant entity is tearing open a rift that will begin the end of the world, and you battle with axes, as in guitars, Higgs, while shirtless on the top of a giant rock pillar, and it is the end of Metal Gear Solid 4 again.
Yes.
It is unfucking real because there are so many phases to this fucking fight, so many different modes, but then you just end up there doing the boxing shit from the end of MGS4, but fucking shirtless, sweating and beating each other to death while Higgs sings fucking BB's theme.
God, he's so smart.
It is incredible. It is the reason you play that game.
Uh-huh.
God. It's so wild that Kojima's like, here's this game that's like an addictive loop of really like monkey brain chemical feedback mechanisms to make you feel so good when you build a road. And then a 7-hour nonstop fucking nightmare movie experience at the end that ends with this craziness that looks visually unreal and hype-wise is just fucking peak. They have a moment where Sam smashes Higgs in the face with the guitar. They do the insane slow-mo flesh wave. Like the rippling waves of his mouth just going... Bruh. It is nonstop. And of course, and I should say this for anyone who hasn't beaten Metal Gear Solid 4, you have like fucking fighting game health bars.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because of course you do. This shit's absolutely wild. It fucking rips. Oh man, I really hope Fizzant isn't yet again another absolutely gigantic game that's hiding cool shit at the end. I would love for more people to get to experience this level of fucking Kojima. Okay. I think that was everything, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
We thinking 4 votes? I'm thinking 4 votes.
That sounds about right.
I'll let Bob start.
Sure. That final battle from Death Stranding 2, that was a lot.
Yeah, holy fucking shit.
The entirety of Lumine's Arise. Becoming a god in Silksong. And yeah, the goofy amount of things you can do with the teleporter anywhere in late camera. I gotta jump in on that.
We go next to Chris.
Final battle in Death Stranding 2. Deltarune. I gotta put one on the arm. Like that was the biggest holy fuck moment for me in a game this year, is realizing that like this is now part of the story. Because no other game would do that.
I really wish it had made you just insanely OP.
I also wish that, especially since I played that game on hard the first time and it barely made a difference.
Oof.
And I'm going to put one on Luminous because I've only seen that game a little bit, but it is one of the most insane looking things I've ever seen.
I'm also going to throw on Luminous, really a staggering accomplishment in fucking video games. Other games will struggle to look as fucking cool and insane and intricate and beautiful as this ever for the rest of time. I'm also going to throw in on the final battle from Death Stranding 2. It is truly incredible. It is so fun. It is so over the top. It is so full of, yes, it's funny and goofy, but it's also really fucking cool. Just shut the fuck up. I love that exact tone and shit. I'm also going to throw in on Chapter 3 Secret Boss because that's fucking brilliant. And I'm going to put the Rainbow Road reveal. That's my last vote. Okay, Aggro, finish us off.
The final battle from Death Stranding 2. You had me at it's the end of MGS4 with guitars. The arm from Silent Hill F. Wolf gun standoff from Ghost of Yote. And The Last Whisper.
Okay. I'm going to sort these real quick and see what the votes shake out to. Unanimously, the final battle from Death Stranding 2. I think we can lock that in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about the rest of this now. We have Luminous Arise, the whole game. We have the arm from Silent Hill F. And we have Chapter 3 Secret Boss from Deltarune. The first one has 3 votes. The other 2 have 2.
I kind of think Luminous should be number 2.
I do as well.
Like it really is insane.
Uh-huh.
Especially since, like, the controller with the new haptics and shit do, like, literally pulse to the beat of it, that every element of the game vibrates to at a basically molecular level throughout the entire playthrough. It's crazy good how much they polished that shit to be the craziest thing in a game. Like, the whole thing is just a cohesive piece of insanely good visuals that are changing styles and everything the whole way through.
Did you mention the part where you have a dueling ice and fire cobra? I feel like that's important.
I may have forgotten to note that. Just maybe. So currently then, assuming aggro's okay with us locking that in a second.
Sure.
We have Silent Hill F with the arm in third and the Chapter 3 secret boss as runner-up. Let's just do a vote, one vote each between those two, and we'll see if it shakes out different. Bob.
That chapter 3 secret boss. I gotta believe that's really crazy.
Chris.
The arm is the only thing that this year that has made me verbally react to no one.
For me, that was the final battle of Death Stranding 2. I'm just like, holy shit, we're doing it again. Took 18 years. Fuck yeah, dude. Aggro.
I'm going to have to go with the arm. I got to see a bloodborne visceral attack at a high and stable frame rate.
This is really fucked up because these are such different styles of super cool thing.
They are.
Yeah, the arm is really cool. I just feel bad because if I vote for the arm, it's like I'm trying to say that the Chapter 3 secret boss isn't cool. And no, that's really fucking brilliant given how those have gone.
Right.
It's really cool, but at the same, like, I'll never turn down a chance to Clay's Toby Fox, but enough people do that to be real.
Do they?
He doesn't need one more. He might be the most universally beloved guy in game development that isn't named Masahiro Sakurai.
Right.
But yeah, I'm also okay with the arm taking it.
Okay.
Like I said, the only problem I have with this is you don't become ludicrously overpowered, and they use it as an excuse having way too many combat rooms after you get it. But the moment of getting it and the fact they did it is incredible.
And how she looks with it, like it's all really sick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what I'm noticing is we actually had the order when we just ordered the votes.
These things happen sometimes, you know?
Okay, we had to take the journey with words.
We already made the choice. We were here to discover
Right.
why we made the choice.
Would you like a cookie, Aggro? I made them.
Always.
Aggro, your ass would be at the Oracle every day. Just be like, damn, your cookies are great.
No, I need so much advice.
I'm really soul searching right now. Why are you holding a cup of milk?
Because there wasn't a spoon.
Well then, I guess 2025's cool. I don't guess this is true. Coolest thing in a game is the final battle in Death Stranding 2, with second place going to Luminescerize the Cohesive Whole. Third place goes to The Arm from Silent Hill F, with the very valid and valuable runner-up Chapter 3 secret boss from Deltarune. This is an awesome set of cool shit to happen in gaming in a year. I hope we can top it this year.
I think we have a shot.
Yeah.
Maybe not Death Stranding 2. That's a little bit of a high bar,
right.
but on a more macro level.
We're just going to have to wait 10 years for Kojima to do that same thing again and again.
At the end of Mario Tennis, Daisy dies and conquers hell. Well, shit, that's my game of the year. Fuck. Did you see the thing that came out about that game, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah, it's fucking, what the hell? The next category, Biggest Jobber. This category will contain spoilers for Pokemon Legends ZA, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, Ninja Gaiden 4, Hollow Knight Silksong, Battlefield 6, Death Stranding 2, Doom the Dark Ages, Ghost of Yotei, Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, Metroid Prime 4, and Donkey Kong Bonanza. The nominees are, as from Pokemon Legends ZA, the CIA from Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, Kagachi from Ninja Gaiden 4. Bob, who is Kagachi?
He's that Renji dude.
Oh my god, that guy. The mono arm Renji.
Yes.
God damn it.
God, he's so Renji. Anyway, Lace from Hollow Knight Silksong, NATO from Battlefield 6, the President from Death Stranding 2, Prince Ozrock from Doom the Dark Ages, the Snake from Ghost of Yote. Samoa Joe from Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. Silux from Metroid Prime 4, and presumably the next 2 games, because we've really just begun his trilogy.
He's got job security.
Tawny/Urbane from Pokemon Legends ZA, and Void Kong from Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Strong year from Nintendo in this category.
Yes.
Bob, you're the only one who beat Doom the Dark Ages. You now just need to explain Pinzara's Rock.
I'm trying to remember. He's the main track. He's the final boss of the game. I have no idea what his deal is.
Chris, did you put Prince Azrak here?
I did. Okay. Here's my argument for Prince Azrak. He's a guy who looks like that with that name who is supposed to threaten Doom Guy. You failed the assignment. He looks like a filler villain that Doom Guy would roll over at the start of the game as a gag.
Yeah, basically.
Oh
It has
my God, yeah.
that Dracula armor from that Dracula 2000 movie.
You mean Bram Stoker's Dracula? Or
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It really is just like, yeah, this random demon of chaos can beat one of the Hacker, what are the fucking heads of the Space Marine Corps called? Like
the Primarchs?
their biggest one.
Yeah.
It's like this demon we gave a cool name. He could totally fight a Primarch. It'll go great.
Explain to me Tawny/Urbane from Pokemon Legends ZA.
I am the one who put her in. So she's your rival character. But like 70%, this is what got her on the list, by the way. First of all, she's never difficult, but that's a Pokemon game. That doesn't get you
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
on the list by itself. But like 70% of the way, you go to a tournament hosted by Jacinth, where you rebattle all the exact same people because this game doesn't have any money.
Mm-hmm.
But they lose in the first round.
Yeah, they lose to someone you just beat.
What?
Yeah. So I'm like, that's embarrassing. Round 1?
Mm-hmm. And I think it gets even sadder the farther you go in the game, because she's like, yeah, I'm somehow keeping up in the same ranks as you are.
Yeah, you never see me battle.
Right? Right after you get your final rank, then she's like, by the way, I did that too. It's like, no, you didn't. Either that or you're
that's
like
suspicious.
cheating.
They're they're either rich or good at some stuff.
And the funny thing is, at the end, she's like, no, let me do this dangerous thing that has to be done for the plot reasons. I'm strong too, battle me. You can lose and the story will continue, but if you win, she's just like, no, I'm doing it anyway, and then runs off and does it.
Bob,
Uh-huh.
explain NATO.
They are somehow crippled and defeated by Pax Armada, the random
PMC?
PMC, yeah. This mostly happens off screen.
True. Chris, explains Samoa Joe from Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii.
So, like, I don't expect a Yakuza game's boss to be difficult, because that's not the kind of franchise it is. But there's this whole big show, like there's a cutscene where Majima punches him, and it just kind of doesn't work because he's Samoa Joe.
Mm-hmm.
And he gives this big speech about Majima being a washed up old man, and like lariats him so hard he flips over and then is captured. But then in the final boss fight, you kind of just rinse him. Like there's not even any like cuts into the fight like in other games where he does something that makes him seem cool and scary. You just kind of beat him like a drum. Like, it's not like in Yakuza 0 where the final boss, even if you dominate him, during the phase transitions, the cutscenes have him do some pretty gnarly things. Same for, like, Yakuza 5. But in this, it's just like, no, kill him. Just kill him. He's not... He has a spear, so he can pretend he's scary. Just beat him.
Lace from Hollow Knight Silksong, who nominated them?
I did.
Okay, illuminate me.
She's your rival character. Who may or may not be inspired by Kill la Kill. It's unclear. She's just really easy. In a game with fairly difficult bosses. Every time you fight her, I kind of just steamrolled over her, and I'm like this fight's fun, but you have a really predictable and manipulatable pattern. Even the very last fight where she has a bunch of stuff, it's still kind of just souped up versions of that same thing she's had both other times, so I kind of just stomped on her. And her personality really makes her kind of come off like she's very seething.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I nominated her.
That's fair. She sounds like an even sadder Vegeta.
She's like French Vegeta.
That's a lot to deal with right now.
And not even now the French Pokemon game. This is awful.
We've covered the CIA. We don't need to do that anymore. But I am really curious about Az from Pokemon Legends ZA. What's his deal in this game? I've played X and Y.
Did you want to do this, Chris, or should I?
You put him in, so go ahead.
Okay. So Az, he's the gigantic 1,000-year-old dude from X and Y, and he's back, and he seems fine for most of the game. But he's like, oh man, I can't really use Mega Evolution anymore. It's too straining on my body. And then you beat the game. In between the cutscene where the game ends, in the credits, Az has died off screen.
What?
Yeah, that was really dumb.
What?
Yeah. No, they play it up as like an emotional thing, but it's like, guys,
It's like, who cares?
you need to like, he's lived 1,000 years. I need something to have caused this.
Well, they kind of imply that when that at the end of Pokemon X and Y, when the machine blew up and the Pokemon came back to him, that his immortality ended, so now he's just an old man. But they don't really go into it very clearly.
Right?
Like, it just kind of happens.
And then they don't even like I said, they kind of just have it happen between cutscenes. So it feels really jarring when they're like, oh yeah, he's dead. It's like,
They really could have sold it if they had just shown, because there's a big citywide threat at the end of that game. They could have just shown him watching it be resolved and then like close his eyes, but they don't do anything. It's just like, he's dead now.
yes.
Jesus, I don't. Okay.
You ever job to the bad writing?
Many people have. Hey, Bob.
Hey.
You described this guy as Renji. Now, I know not everyone who listens to our content has listened to Chugging Bleach exhaustively.
Yeah, they don't have to teach it in schools yet.
But Bob did do the full job there. Just so we're clear, in a just society, we could just get to voting on this guy. We don't need to explain it further. But Bob, tell me what Kagachi does in Ninja Gaiden 4.
Kagachi is a big samurai dude with red hair who's missing an arm, and
but he's missing an arm for an amazing reason.
Don't say that. God, they like start blaring ridiculously like Metal Gear Rising inspired music during his boss fight, which is one of the easiest in the game. You just completely wreck him.
Yeah, that was weird. That was so weird because the game doesn't have a whole lot of Metal Gear Rising hypeness to boss themes consistently, but his notably kicks it up a notch, and then he just jobs. That was one of the easier boss fights of the entire game. Like, what did that take? 2 tries? Some of them took 11.
Yeah, no, this game isn't easy on boss fights. That one was, weirdly.
If you paid attention to other episodes of Game of the Year, we even talked about one of the most annoying things is the boss fights are designed where you're going to try them a shitload and they keep doing comedy dialogue and it sucks the first time and by the 11th you wish you were dead.
Mm-hmm. Also, this dude gets owned by a flash grenade in basically the opening of the game. Like the priestess girl just shows a flash bomb and then they all get away. It's like, oh yeah, I guess I'll have to call Ryu and tell him she got away.
Yeah, worth noting he's
you
supposed to be
didn't-
protecting this priestess in the prison cell she's in, so that way they don't use her to basically end the world.
Uh-huh.
And they do that to escape. It was that easy.
It was that easy.
It was that easy. Yeah, this dude sucks. Again, he's Renji. Who nominated the snake from Ghost of Yote?
I did. So, you've got the Yote 6, who were like, we're all awesome, and we run shit up here in Ezo. Everyone's scared of us. We've got cool nicknames. This guy literally dies in the tutorial.
Yes.
The opening credits aren't done playing before you waste him with 0 abilities.
Yeah.
Then you take his horse.
He kind of drags down the rest of the organization in a sense of, well, they can't be that scary. He was one of them.
Right?
Right?
Like, I guess he was good at talking? I don't know.
The rest of the games they spend playing up like, no, you only beat him because he was drunk. He normally that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, I don't think he could take the Oni, and I whipped his ass.
Yeah. No, I'm going to be honest. They were like, you only beat him because he was drunk. And I'm like, that dude didn't seem nearly drunk enough for how easy he was.
Right.
He's like their version of the Heavenly King of Earth in every anime, where they'll just like, there's a technicality that he counted.
Look, we needed 4 kings, specifically 4.
Yeah.
Right? Like you had the Yote 6. You had the head guy, his 4 guys, and the extra one.
Yeah. Like, it's not as cool. The Yote 5 doesn't have as good mouthfeel as the Yote 6.
True. Chris, I feel like you have the most invested here. Explain Void Kong from Donkey Kong Bonanza.
So, he's ostensibly the primary antagonist of Donkey Kong Bonanza. He wants the bananadanium root, the MacGuffin. He wants the MacGuffin that grants your wish. It's and because he wants the Dragon Balls, he just rolls around in a freeze-a-pod. So at the end of the game, you find the giant boob on the ground that seems to be the thing that grants your wishes. He jumps at it after a boss fight where he mostly just runs away from you, because that's kind of the theme of this game. Yeah, you're not gonna. It's not gonna end well if Donkey Kong gets his hands on you.
No,
Right.
That's aggro. To put this to scale, many bosses of this game die in less than, and I counted, 7 seconds.
Yeah, you kind of just get Donkey Kong up to them and he does his anime machine gun punch and it's over.
It's fucking hilarious.
But he jumps on the giant boob. It glows. He's gonna get his wish, except it's not the thing that grants your wishes. It's fucking King K. Rool, who has been petrified down here since whenever the fuck since Donkey Kong 64. He then proceeds to uppercut Void Kong into the sun. Like, you just get his eye flat, like his eye opening, a full shot of K. Rool's eye opening. Then Void Kong is punched into the giant molten sphere that is providing light to this underground realm. You even see like the little as he hits it.
Yes, it's immediate. Then you never see him for the rest of the game, basically.
Yeah, even in the post game, I don't think you see him.
I think you meet up with him in the post game. I can't remember what he does
Okay.
though. Yeah, that shit's hilarious. The fact this dude was Frieza-ing around, and then K. Rool's like, "You're not the antagonist to this." Just knocks his ass out of the park is incredible. So there's this dude. His name is Silex.
We've heard enough about Silex.
Not in this part we haven't.
Fair.
Metroid Prime 4 is the 18-year build-up game for us to learn about Silex and why he hates Samus and the Federation so much. And as it turns out, he hates them so much because he's a shitty soldier and decided to march against a super weapon across a giant open field when told to not do that, which then makes them activate the giant super weapon and kill everyone. And he was pissing and moaning and shitting his pants on the ground, and then Samus shows up and is like, "Hey, I can help you up, buddy. I just saved your ass from all that." And he's like, "No, I don't want that. So at the beginning of this game, he many years after that event, he's going to get revenge on the Federation by taking some artifact, and he doesn't know what the deal with it is, and then he accidentally shoots it and activates it and teleports everyone to the other planet. But he was so fucked up in the intro that the instant he arrives on the planet, he enters a healing pod, and then he X's it at the end of the game to fight you. This is technically all he does, but he does have control of various machinations on the planet, thus why you have to fight body doubles of his. But no, really, his ass is in the fucking Bacta chamber being like, God, I'm crippled. Everything sucks. I hate Samus. Then you whip his ass.
Literally opens him blowing himself up. That's incredible.
Yeah. Like, fucking Christ, this is supposed to be his game. They should have titled this game Metroid Prime 4, Silex's Big Day.
Yeah. It's really embarrassing.
It is unreal. The level of, God, what a lame asshole he is. And, you know, the one thing fighting how much of a jobber he is that the end of the game is all these people from the Federation holding him back so Samus can teleport away because he's so scary.
Yeah, and they gave him a big anime fight at the end that made no sense. So obviously he's really powerful, not a jobber, we swear.
Yep. Is that everyone? No, we haven't explained the president for Death Stranding 2. Bob.
We talked about this just earlier. While explaining his incredible plan.
He's so smart.
Huge and so smart and so good. And
His
it's definitely
brain's
going to work
massive.
out for him.
Oh, yeah, there's no way this could go wrong.
Nothing could go wrong. In the middle of that, Die Hard Man's like, hey, I knew your plan the whole time. I actually already ended it. And he basically disintegrates before your eyes.
It is really incredible because that cutscene is really big and Die Hardman's just like, what? Guess what? I didn't die in the first game. Also, this vehicle's named after me. Also, I'm going to dance. Also, I undid your plan. Fuck you. Control-Alt-Delete. It's a lot all at once. And I'm like, God bless you, Kojima.
Yes.
God bless you. We will have to elaborate more on the various ends of that in another category. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, the president, I love the part where the president's just like, hey, Sam, just so you know, I'm not the bad guy. I think someone's trying to frame me, Sam. Don't talk to anyone else about this.
God. Yeah, just in the middle of it divulging this huge plan and how he's a construct of like 4,000 different people's consciousness is also a giant computer. I was like, yeah, it doesn't matter. None of that matters, dude.
That's a fucking...
Sucks to be him.
Your IP from hell has been blocked. It's pretty great, actually. I do like that as an idea. Like everything that happens to defuse his plan.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man. What a moron. Genuinely, you're just like, man, you thought, okay.
I was going to trust you and not all these people I've known for... Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no,
you're right,
you're right. That is definitely what would have happened with Sam Porter Bridges. He's going to trust the guy calling him every hour to be like, just so we know, I'm not the bad guy, and you should keep doing the things. Okay. I love you, sweetie. Good night. I think we got everything. Yes, that's everyone. Are we going 4 or 5?
Oh my God. We might have to do 5. There's so many.
Yeah, 4 seems a little bit too low.
I'm going to do something kind of crazy. Is anyone not voting for Silas?
No, I am.
As am I.
As am I.
Darn it. I was going to say no, but you know what? He's Silex. I have to.
Okay, so aside from Silex, we have 4 votes. I figured I would speed things up a little. Feel free to take off if you change your mind, by the way. We don't have to...
In that flashback that explains his deep motivation, he jobs to the super weapon that then jobs to Samus.
Yes.
She's on it with one super missile. How does that work?
It's his whole ethos, his whole reason for being.
Yeah, that's the saddest part. They had so many years to write this fucking story, and that's what they came up with. Okay. I guess I'll go ahead and start. Kagachi? Dude looks like Renji and then is Renji. Fully delivered. Jobber reborn.
Yeah, that's rough.
He looks like overweight Renji in the face.
He it's so sad. He's such a terrible design also.
Yes.
Yes.
He is an awful design from the angle of they tried to make photorealistic / anime, like that fusion version of Renji in a modern engine, and I don't like it.
Forgot to take any of the cool things from Renji, like any of them. You want a headband? No. You want cool eyebrows? No.
I'm going to go ahead and say the president from Death Stranding 2 really deserves a vote for me because Die Hardman's there's literally a musical number at one point.
Yeah.
Like, the dude practically dances while doing it. He's having a great time. Nothing worked out for the president. That dude voting Sam over and over and being like, just to be clear, it's someone. We don't know who. We don't know who. Someone's framing me, though. So all that evidence that looks real fucking bad, I'm going to need you to ignore.
Fake news. It's all fake news. Just.
It's so... It really is. It really is impressive. From here, voting gets tough. I only have 2 votes left. God, Az is upsetting to even look at. I'm going to say Void Kong from Donkey Kong Bonanza. It's worth noting he, jobbed completely 2K rule before the real ending of the game by a significant extent. But also his plan constantly was so bad and didn't work out.
It's true.
I'm going to save a vote. And pass on to Aggro.
The Snake. The CIA. NATO. So mad about that. So fucking stupid.
Battlefield 6 is a very smart game.
And Void Kong.
We now go to Chris.
I can't vote for the CIA because an important part of jobbing is that you gas someone else up by doing it. And I don't think defeating them did much for anybody's reputation.
No, it's true.
Void Kong. Because he is the most crystal perfect standard execution of jobbing.
Mm-hmm.
You think he's hot shit. Well, you don't. In fact, you're kind of wondering why he's the villain. And then he is killed instantly by the actual villain.
Yeah, no, this dude isn't Frieza. It's not the fucking Namek arc Frieza. It's the fucking Android arc Frieza.
He learns brutally and harshly that he is not him. Tawny Slasher Bane. That's embarrassing. Losing in the first round. The most insane thing to me is the winner of this tournament then battles Jacinth. Just put Jacinth in the tournament and have her lose to Jacinth. That way, at least she lost to the newest character that you're going to have to then battle. Right?
Like, you are my rival. Your conduct reflects on me.
How dare you lose to the last guy I beat in the first round? NATO. And Prince Azrak. If you could get cleared by Jinkaria, I'm going to vote for you in this category.
Oh, it's so true. Prince Azrak is not as powerful as Jinkaria.
God. What a scale.
Bob, it is your turn.
Void Kong. We all know. Tawny. The Snake. in Kagachi.
I'm going to have to throw my final vote on the snake. I've chosen to ride the snake.
Ride the snake.
Bob, if you could, please cut in the sound from that SNL skit of riding the snake.
Let's see if I can find it.
Okay. Let's sort this by how many votes each of them has. Okay. With unanimous votes, we have Silex from Metroid Prime 4 and Void Kong from Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Come on.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. We get 5 votes and 2 people have unanimous. It's like, oh, Jesus. 3 votes on The Snake from Ghost of Yote. 2 votes each on Kagachi from Ninja Gaiden 4. NATO from Battlefield 6. The fictional NATO from Battlefield 6. And Tani and Urbane from Pokemon Legends ZA. I feel like Kagachi should rise above The Snake.
I feel like NATO should rise above the snake.
Do we?
NATO is pretty supreme there.
Do we want to vote between the Snake, Kagachi, and NATO with 2 votes each?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. That's fine with me.
Okay. 2 votes each. I'm going to vote for Kagachi and NATO. Bob.
Kagachi and the snake.
Aggro.
NATO and the snake.
Chris.
Kagachi and NATO.
Let's do a runoff with 1 vote each between Kagachi and NATO. Aggro.
NATO.
Bob.
Kagachi.
Chris.
NATO.
Oh no!
This private military defeated NATO is more ridiculous than either Homefront game, I think.
I'm not even sure the parts of the game I watched, NATO actually showed up. They just kept starting missions on the radio like, oh, NATO forces pulled out of the area. They were too scared of Pax Armada.
That was driving me insane. Thank you for saying it. I'm like, I feel like I'm dumb as hell. I feel like they just keep saying, oh, they just left. Oh no,
Yeah.
Their forces are here and getting owned. I am okay with NATO going above Kagachi because there is NATO should not fold like that in the way that it does. Kagachi, you can look at him and kind of tell he's so Renji.
Yes.
Action games are kind of the realm of jobbers. You know, they're all going to have one.
It is much like wrestling. So with that said, what we're looking at is first place Silex, second place Void Kong, third place NATO runner-up Kagachi?
I feel like we can probably tie Kagachi and the snake because dying before the credits are done rolling at the beginning of your game is pretty rough.
That's pretty bad
That's
when
pretty
you're one of
fucking bad.
ostensibly on the same level as the other antagonists.
You are
Right.
alleged
And
to
like-
be a part of the crew. You're on the team, and yet we saw how it went. You really...
And for pure jobber status, the rest of the game is spent with people going, oh shit, she killed the snake. Because we don't know what order you did the rest of it in.
It's true.
Yes.
Oh,
Yep,
That's funny.
That's what happens when you don't make your game linear. You have to have people gas up the drunk guy who wasn't even that drunk or that good. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I know this might seem ridiculous, but what if it's the 3-way tie with Tawny?
Sell me more on Tawny. Like, were we really expecting Tawny to do well here with, like, in this final tournament?
It's not even a final tournament.
Oh.
This is like mid-game.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, the problem that I'm seeing is that she lost in the first round to the guy you already beat. I don't like. Were they gassing up the guy you already beat?
No, that was kind of done. We were done with that.
So I feel like she doesn't so much job as just suck.
Okay, yeah, I guess going by those rules of like she didn't gas anybody else by being this bad. That's fair.
Yeah.
No, I get it. doesn't deserve to be in the ranks of these
Oh yeah,
supreme jobbers.
She's no Kagachi.
It's true. She really isn't.
Yeah, I feel like we've nailed it here. I think the runner-up tie between Kagachi and the snake is perfect. And NATO takes
third place.
What a fucking sentence.
Are we all in agreement on Silex over Void Kong, or do we want to switch that? Because they were both unanimous.
Okay, here's my argument. 17 years to explain his backstory, and in his own game, he spends it in the medical ward.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think Silex should be number one.
Yeah, there's no beating Silex, I don't think.
Like Void Kong is a character who jobs perfectly. Silex is a character for whom jobbing is his origin story.
In this one way, Silex is unstoppable and no one is comparable. I say we do it. I think this is the list.
Yeah, I think we got it.
Okay, that means the biggest jobber of 2025 is Silex. Please act surprised. Second place goes to Void Kong from Donkey Kong Bonanza. Third place, NATO from Battlefield 6. And a twin runner-up of Kagachi from Ninja Gaiden 4 and The Snake from Ghost of Yote. The next category, Best Plot Twist. This is gonna involve spoilers for The 100-Line Last Defense Academy, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Hollow Knight Silksong, Death Stranding 2, Hell Is Us, and Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Dun, 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 dun. That's long enough. The nominees are the DHV Magellan name meaning reveal. What does it mean? From Death Stranding 2. The flea caravan is super wholesome, actually, from Hollow Knight Silksong. K. Rool is the villain, actually, from Donkey Kong Bonanza. It was your mom the whole time, twice, from Hell Is Us. The Painted World from Clair Obscur Expedition 33, and 3 of them from our 100-Line Last Defense Academy. They are lobotomization is on the table. The Time Loop / You Are Not Alone. And Rod Serling presents The Invaders. Bob?
Yeah, what's up?
The DHV Magellan.
Uh-huh.
Aggro.
Mm-hmm.
DHV Magellan. It's just the name of a ship. You're just on a ship, Magellan. Don't worry about the letters. Hey, Chris.
Yeah?
Die Hardman appears in a cutscene and explains DHV stands for Die Hardman Vehicle. He instantly appears to shut down the president and reveals all of this shit in the funniest cutscene ever.
Yeah, no, he winks at the camera, then the president's like, are you serious? He evaporates.
It is somehow always the best and worst part of my day when I have to remember that Die Hardman is the actual name of this character and not one of your bits.
Yeah, I also make that mistake. He's like, no, it's real. It's not like Days Gone, man.
The funniest part about this is we have brought up this absolute freak from Death Stranding before. I am now posting an image for our co-hosts. This guy, Charlie. He is...
I should have nominated him for most hideous creature.
We fucked up.
I feel bad.
That is on me and Bob, and we will live with it forever.
That is a sassy looking bowling pin.
It is a weird fucking mannequin bust that has a face and expression projected onto it. And one of the first things it does is ask you whose voice you would like it to use, who you would like to talk to in order to be convinced to go on this mission. And when you try to select people, it's like, we can't use them. Select someone else. So you select someone else and it projects like your mom's voice, basically. And it just projects it onto this horrible mannequin. The fucking reveal and ending of this game is that Charlie, the mannequin, was in fact Die Hardman the whole time, and it is revealed through a musical number dance sequence between him and the president, which is mind-blowing. Because just to show you, he becomes this. It is unfucking real.
What is this, Old Spice?
What the fuck?
It is unfucking real. If you're listening to this right now and you have not like played the game far enough, just look up the Charlie musical dance scene. That shit is unreal. Everything about this twist is the funniest shit in the world. I laughed so hard because yes, Bob is being literal. Bob is being correct. The fucking boss, the fucking president goes, "Are you kidding?" Like I'm the reviewer with the stick up his ass, and I hate this twist. It's so good. Anyways, where were we? Oh, that was the first one. We have to move on from there? Okay. Chris talked about it a bit before. K. Rool is the villain is actually bigger than that description because it turns out all of the weird golden creatures you've been fighting up to this point, every enemy in the game basically has been the skeleton of a classic Donkey Kong Country character the whole time.
Yes, I noticed that, but I thought they were going, oh, they're dead. Like that was to tell you that they're dead and we've moved past those characters, but then no. And then he casts, I guess, magic to bring them all back to life. So in the final stretch of the game, all those enemies are restored to their normal form.
Which is fucking crazy because they even make the fucked up sound when you kill them.
Oh, man.
Yes.
It's so fucking incredible, dude. I don't even know. Yeah. No, it's incredible. It's truly like an amazing plot twist moment because the very next level, you're just fighting them. You're fighting the classic Donkey Kong Country enemies, and they've been the skeletons you've been beating up the whole game. It's fucking wild. Who at Nintendo was like, this is our plot twist for our Donkey Kong platformer? It will be revealed over 10 hours into the game. Insane. Okay. Aggro. I'm tired of yelling. I'm ready for listening. Tell me about It Was Your Mom the Whole Time Twice from Hell Is Us.
So in Hell Is Us, your main character, Remy, needs to get into Hadia. It's where he was born, but his parents smuggled him out when he was a kid, and the whole country's been locked down like forever. So you join the UN peacekeeping forces to get into the country, immediately desert, and run into like an APC from a shadowy, very 90s private military corporation that's into everything, and watch one of their operatives just get their shit completely wrecked by a random enemy, take their gear and somehow immediately wreck that monster shit, and you're super good at fighting and everything.
Oh, wow.
You steal the APC and you're using it to drive around the country to get from zone to zone, but eventually a face comes up on the screen. It's like, who the fuck are you and why do you have this equipment? And you're like, we're going through a tunnel. It turns out, after you figure out what happened to your dad, that the lady who's really mad you stole the APC is your mom, and she's been working for the private military corporation the whole time. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh. Nothing could be crazier than this moment.
Unless.
So the whole game is framed as you being interrogated after the fact by the world's palest 700-pound man. And you're hooked up to a lie detector, and we're waiting for the drugs to kick in, and every now and then we flash back to that room where he's like, oh, so you did this, and he recaps what you've just done, and then you go into the next chapter. At the end of the game, he's like, okay, so I've gotten all the information. I now understand the situation. And he pulls out a gun, and he's about to execute you. So he's like, everyone else leave the room. And the person who's working the polygraph stands up and goes to leave. And he's like, by the way, did he tell any lies? And the camera pans up, and it's your mom. And she goes, yes, and shoots him in the head.
Whoa! Whoa! Man, they really were inspired by Hideo Kojima, weren't they?
Oh, I should bring up, there was a scene in the middle of the game where, oh no, she starts helping you, but they're on to me, and what are you doing? Get away from the radio, and there's gunshots, but you've seen a movie, so you knew she wasn't actually dead. So.
Right, yeah. No.
Yeah.
I'm not 12. Which is the absolute oldest age that should ever work on you, just to be clear. Anyone can take The Painted World from Clair Obscur. Who wrote it, though?
I did.
Okay, would you liked it?
So Clair Obscur is a great setting with a lot of intrigue and mystery and weird shit that you don't know about, and neither do the characters, and you're going to find out together. And then it turns out most of the way through the game that the reason all of the weird shit is happening is that the place you're in isn't exactly a regular place. You are inside of a magical living canvas painted by a dude who is now dead and being maintained by his grieving sister, who is maybe kind of crazy and an amnesiac and has been in your party the whole time. And her family is having some kind of weird mist standoff with an author clan.
It's the writers.
It's a lot.
Everybody loves the writers.
Yes.
Everything you did is simultaneously now meaningless and so much more charged with different meaning.
Uh-huh. It's true.
It's a real split your head open kind of moment.
It's great. I don't know about them making a direct sequel. I feel like this moment in the game is pretty important, and I don't know how you do it again, but this is a great plot twist in this game. It's great. Could you use more moms? There's only the one. Unlike the one showing up 3 times, technically twice in Hell Is Us. Let's move on to Hollow Knight Silksong.
I put this one in here.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
So the whole game, you're collecting these fleas. They're cute little creatures, and taking them to the flea caravan. And the dude running the flea caravan, everything kind of seems up and up, but they also sometimes play spooky music, and it sounds like, we're all preparing for something. Something's happening soon. And it kind of implied is this some weird death cult thing? And then you get to the end of the game after you've collected all the fleas, and they're like, yeah, we're having a circus. You want to join? And then you have 5 different mini games to play with them. It's great.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it was great. It was a really good moment. They fooled me out because they did this twice. The beginning of the game, he does something like that, and then it's like, oh yeah, we're just moving 2 streets over. It's fine. And then they do it again at the very end. And it's like, okay, you almost had me this time.
Let's go with the first 100 line. Who is that?
That was me.
Go right ahead.
It's not... So in many subsequent routes, you find out that Sire, I can lobotomize somebody and just make them listen to me. He just brings it up. He's like, yeah, the route I discovered it in was, he's like, yeah, we can take the serial killer out of the cage because I'll lobotomize him and then he'll just do whatever I say. And then it turns out that very much did not fucking work because his mental illness that makes him see everybody as a pile of gore makes you immune to that, I guess.
Oh.
He does spend the entire route pretending to be a motivational speaker because of it, though.
I feel like this also should have been plan of the year.
It's so minor in the grand scheme of plans in this game, though.
There are a lot of plans, and they overlap. That lobotomizing thing, it happens in more routes than it is discussed. So depending on the order in which you do them, the context is radically different.
Yeah, I haven't gotten every route, but I imagine there's somewhere it's like, why are they acting so fucking weird? What's going on?
There's at least one route where he does it to Takumi, and depending on whether you know what's going on.
What?
Yeah, just all of a sudden his inner monologue becomes very I got the little freak knows what he's doing. I'll just do whatever he says.
Let's move to the time loop / you are not alone.
Okay, so in the first run of 100 Line, pretty early on, a character named Hiruko Shizumiya dies. or rather she disappears and is assumed dead, and then later you find evidence that she was probably dead the whole time, and it sucks because she's like the coolest. So you finish the first run and you go back in time, and all of the subsequent runs are like they're all the same possibility. You only remember the first run.
Oh, that.
Yeah, so like they're all your second run. You just play through whichever one you want. Except every now and then, and a lot of this has to do with the order in which I got to play these routes, Hideko just says some shit that she's not supposed to know.
Yeah.
And slowly the evidence builds, and as you do more routes, you put it together that she knows what's going on more than you do. It turns out you going back in time that first time trapped the whole area in a time loop that only she is aware of. Until she eventually wakes you up during one of them and you get partial memories back. She's been in this loop for every one of these routes trying to figure out how to get enough people to survive to finally break out. So not only do I get to do routes where she's alive, it turns out she's actually the main character and the game's kind of more about her than it is about you.
That's
It's
awesome.
the kind of huge, smart payoff that you just don't get. And it took a project this absolutely insanely huge and ostensibly wasteful to pull it off.
So let me add a wrinkle to this of Kodaka's previous stuff that makes it better, I think. So in Danganronpa V3, I'm gonna spoil the opening of that game.
Mm-hmm.
You're playing as a character named Kaede, and she has all the standard traits of a Danganronpa protagonist. She has the ahoge that means you're a main character in that franchise. And then at the end of the first chapter, because the structure of a Danganronpa game is you're in a death game, you have to kill somebody and get away with it, and then you get to leave and everybody else dies. At the end of the first case, you spend the whole... she's the one who did the murder in the first case. And then they flash back to when she did it. And a lot of people got really mad because they thought the main character was going to be this girl, and then it turned out to be this other character who takes his hat off, and then he has the ahoge of power. And like it shows her protagonist HUD like turning off piece by piece as she confesses.
Oh, that's really good.
So
That's
this feels almost like a callback to doing that, but kind of in reverse.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get into Rod Serling Presents The Invaders from 100 Line.
So this is something that, based on earlier episodes, I think even Chris hasn't come across yet. Okay, so in 100 Line, you wake up in the school and Sirei says, we have to defend the school for 100 days from the school invaders. I'll call them invaders for short. And then it turns out that there's this thing called Planet Death where Earth is sick of our shit and it's rising up to kill us, and it spawned this race of monsters to destroy us.
Oh, hell yeah.
And it turns out the moon is a space station. And it's really great because the characters are just like looking at it like, oh, yes, the moon is... Wait a fucking minute. And because you could just see it from Earth and they just didn't look close enough. So it turns out all of humanity is up there, which is why they have the kill all life on the planet weapon down here. Then it turns out, because, you got all the weird monsters, but then the commanders show up and they're humanoid, and that's weird. And why do they have a language and a culture? But, it's fine. They're invaders.
And why sometimes when you kill the smaller ones, you hear humans screaming things. Or voices screaming things.
In addition to it turning out that the invaders are actually all humanoid and those monsters are like horrible combat machines that they turn people into, you're not on Earth. That giant space station is an Ark ship. We left Earth because we fucked it up. and came to this alien planet to conquer it.
Of course.
Jesus.
Christ.
So the team finds out and mutinies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's also the route where you find out, and this is so funny because I didn't play Death Stranding 2. You were talking about how the president is this huge amalgamation of souls. It turns out that Sire, your commanding officer / mascot character, is actually a computer simulation of the will of every living human on the space station making decisions democratically in real time.
Yeah, no, that's the same thing. They're doing that is the same fucking thing.
That's
That's what
insane.
the president is. He's several servers and human souls by the thousands grafted together.
That is fucking wild.
That's awesome.
I can't believe I have these 2 nickels.
Holy shit. Oh man, that rules. Shit, I think that's everything. I'm gonna say we get 4 votes, and this is still gonna be really hard. We'll let Aggro lead.
I have to drop my vote on the time loop.
Oh, hell yes.
That was the most amazing payoff I have ever seen.
I bet.
It was your mom the whole time twice because I clapped.
Aggro, when are you not clapping for moms?
Never. I am never not clapping for moms. The Painted World.
You get 1 more.
Oh, I'm so torn. Because you put K. Rool in the game and he was in none of the advertising. That's really
Not
good.
a fucking
Right?
bit.
I've had to bite my fucking tongue as my friend who has been looking forward to playing this game and is a Donkey Kong Country freak hopefully does not know.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to give it to K. Rool for context.
Bob.
Death Stranding 2. You can't beat Kojima with his plot twists. I'm sorry.
Especially the part where he's like, the Die Hardman's like, DHV, Die Hardman vehicle. Like, it's...
I'm pretty sure some of you already put it together. It's like,
It's
you're
so...
literally talking to me now. Great.
The fucking vibe of the thing is a fucking presentation.
Yes.
Motherfucker's running a TED Talk.
K. Rool. That Painted World thing was really good. And yeah, that time loop thing seemed like the best one of those 100-line ones. So I guess I'll show in on that.
Chris.
Die Hardman vehicle. That's insane. Nobody does it like Kojima. K. Rool. And I'm going to put one on both Time Loop and The Invaders.
I cannot tell you how strongly I wish I had 5 votes. Just one more would help me sleep at night. Time Loop sounds fucking sublime. K. Rool being the villain was incredible. That Die Hardman vehicle cutscene is the moment where it's like, it was worth it. It was all worth it. This is incredible. This is the best. Thank God. And now, sadly, I only have 1 vote. And I don't think I'm voting for moms.
But moms are tough.
Ooh. Correct me if I'm wrong. What's the point of that cutscene that they say that and then she gets blown up or something?
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Okay. I want to give
Wait, do what?
Don't worry about it. We're talking about a different mom cutscene involving how moms are tough. It's got to be the Painted World from Clair Obscur Expedition 33. It really does change everything that happened up until that point, giving it a completely different layer of the meaning of all of these things.
It was really that thing of like, oh, it needed this or else it would not be the JRPG it wants to be.
Yes, 100%. It needed that. The thing that takes all of the things in it and gives them a much larger meaning.
Mm-hmm.
It needed the ennui juice. We just needed a gallon of the shit. Okay, having sorted the votes, K. Rool is the villain actually, and the time loop / You Are Not Alone are tied with unanimous votes. Tied with 3 votes is DHV Magellan name reveal. Meaning reveal from Death Stranding 2 and the Painted World from Clair Obscur. I have no idea how we're going to sort this out.
I know it only has 3 votes, but somehow DHE Vanilla needs to get first place. I don't know if this is possible.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be happening.
But Bob, just to be clear, I'm here with you. I too think it should. That cutscene is fucking incredible. But
I could get behind the Magellan name reveal going above the time loop, because that's a game full of insane plot reveals. So none of them are kind of the nuclear bomb of the time reveal. Of the plot reveal.
Mm-hmm.
I do think K. Rool should be number 1 though, since that's the one that everybody got by.
Yeah, I feel like the DHV Magellan reveal is top 2 material to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I can accept the consolation prize of that being in second.
Yeah, I'm down for that too.
Aggro, will you submit to this?
Okay. Does the ship being named after him have any other additional context?
It has the additional context of the person piloting the ship and the anonymous being known as Charlie that is the mannequin was him the whole time. Now, how the hell that man was seemingly aboard the ship and Charlie and didn't starve to death or get detected is way beyond my comprehension.
Oh, Noel, they told us.
Oh?
He was in what they call it, the shadow cabinet.
Oh, that's right! Sorry, I must have been having a stroke when the word shadow cabinet as a literal proper noun left their fucking mouths.
Yes.
But all of that's kind of built into the same reveal.
Yeah, it's all one big insane cutscene.
Because it's Kojima.
My problem here is that I am indelibly soul-bound to the experience of the time loop reveal. So I feel like we're not gonna reason me out of saying, what are you talking about? That's number 1. So you're just gonna have to vote me down on that.
Let me see. Here's my thought here. I kind of see the self-control that Bonanza had to do what it did all the way at the end. That being the case, and also the time loop building across the layers of loops. As both the entire game's built out meaning into this moment, that is interesting and used a lot of self-control. They also feel like they weren't so, based on the description of the time loop and my experience with Bonanza, of course, so directly implied, or, hey, Kojima, there's a gun on the table. Are you going to shoot me in 37 hours exactly? That maybe makes them a little bit bigger plot twists and that sort of energy, but the moment of gravitas of that cutscene for the meaning reveal is so powerful. So I'm really torn, frankly. And I think it's disgusting that what we're looking at right now is the Painted World as runner-up. I wanted one more vote. This upsets me, period.
You got a Kojima game and a bunch of other stuff. Sorry to Clair Obscur, but the twist in a lot of JRPGs being in the JRPG.
Yeah, it doesn't really step to these. Like, it's good, but man, the other ones are kind of
the further
insane.
I got into that game, the more I started to expect something like it. So it didn't land as insane for me.
I can see that it was less this hit you upside the head out of nowhere and more how the fuck is any of this going to make sense, and oh, that's how, holy shit.
Yeah, I was more impressed with this from the angle of, oh, you did this and you didn't like ruin everything by doing this.
Right, because
like you took yourself seriously enough to not do that.
And they executed it well, whereas you see countless times where it's like you realize this twist, this thing you wrote has reduced the rest of it. Like so many things are now meaningless because of it.
Yeah, this pulled off the tightrope act of squashing the stakes while introducing depth and texture to the emotional context.
God damn it.
You know, I said all that. I still think it would be funny to completely kick it out and put in another 100-line thing and run her up.
I mean, my fifth vote would have gone for Rod Serling presents The Invaders because that is really fucking great. But I'm more happy with keeping it as it is because we have to drive this towards a list.
Yes, it's fair.
Yeah.
Well, how happy are people with the order we have right now?
I'm pretty happy with it.
I can live with it.
Yeah, I'm sad that I can't get Death Stranding higher, but I understand, and it feels like we're kind of a gridlock there, so I'm cool with settling here.
Because, Aggro, you were saying the time loop should be number one, right? Like in your ideal list, that's where it is, right?
Right.
Bob, you were saying the DHV should be number one.
Uh-huh.
I'm incredibly torn. If this feels like a classic game of the year, and not even like a GigaBoots game of the year problem, like a game of the year deliberation problem, where it's like there are subsets of us who believe second and third place should have gotten number one, but we all agreed enough on number one that it got number one.
Right.
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
I have no idea what you're talking about. That earned it. Yeah, I'm gonna say that I'm for the plan that is agreeing upon the list as it is sorted right now and moving on. Because I think
that seems like the only thing we can do.
I think this is the exact order of the compromise list, and everyone can walk away feeling mostly good. Aside from that, I didn't get to vote on a fifth thing because, man, that Rod Serling presents The Invaders, that fucking whips. Love shit like that. Also, I didn't even vote for Moms.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, it's not too late. It won't change anything.
But then anything above it would have to go lower even conceptually. And that's a problem. Yeah, I think we're locking this in. Everyone signing off?
Yep.
Yes.
I am, yeah.
Okay. The best plot twist of 2025 is K. Rool is the villain, actually. And, you know, all of them are villains. All of the bad guys are bad guys from the older Donkey Kong Country. That shit's insane. Especially, like, to contextually build this up for people not paying attention. Donkey Kong Country Returns came out with 2 games where they're like, we're not going to use them.
Right.
We're not going to use them. We have new ideas. And everyone's like, your new ideas suck shit, old man. And this time, they saved it as the twist. Real good. Anyways, second place goes to The Time Loot / You Are Not Alone from the 100-Line Last Defense Academy. Third place is DHV Magellan Name Reveal / Charlie Reveal from Death Stranding 2. Fucking Christ. Runner-up, The Painted World from Clair Obscur Expedition 33. This was a great year for plot twists.
Mm-hmm.
Even having not played 100 Line. The next category will contain spoilers for Death Stranding 2, Silk Song, Hades 2, 100 Line Last Defense Academy, Pipistrello, Persona 5X, and
Whoa.
Clair Obscur Expedition 33. The category is Best Antagonist. The nominees are Higgs from Death Stranding 2, Lace from Silksong, Skia, I think is how it's said, from Hades 2, Supreme Commander from 100 Line Last Defense Academy, Lincoln from Pipistrelle and the Cursed Yo-Yo, the Subway Slammer from P5X, and Renoir de Sandra from Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Chris, did you nominate Lincoln? Or was that Bob?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and tell me about Lincoln from Pipistrello.
So the third major dungeon in Pipistrello is an endless anime convention.
Yes.
Powered by the super battery, it will never end.
Oh,
So, in your noble quest to stop hell on Earth, you have to beat the shit out of the idol running it. But she's not going to fight you herself. She's going to send her little her minion who's in the cosplay competition named Lincoln, who is a small green thing who uses a sword and also all of Link's abilities.
Yep. Literally all of them in this game. That is a Zelda.
yep.
Yep. He's got the sword,
He
shield,
has
hook
his
shot.
knockoff master sword. He has the boomerang, the hook shot. He's got them all.
It's pretty great.
And she floats around and buffs him.
And he is a little bastard.
I like the really big button on his glove. I think that's a nice touch.
Who nominated the Subway Slammer?
I did because he's fucking ridiculous.
I mean, everything down there is his for the slamming.
He's such a great antagonist. He got somebody fired.
That's how you know. That man literally died on a hill for him. Tell me about Lace from Silksong, Bob.
Yeah, she's just a little hater.
Oh,
She is your Virgil and keeps showing up. And as Chris mentioned earlier, yeah, she kind of jobs every time, but her fights are always fun and interesting and move the plot forward. And yeah, she just is really seizing about you for most of the game. It's really good.
that's really what you want from a rival character.
And then even to the point where it's like, yo, I literally need to save your life, but you're still going to turn into a monster and have to fight, aren't you?
Who nominated the Supreme Commander?
I did.
Go right ahead.
So the Supreme Commander is the leader of the invaders. It turns into a giant Dark Souls night monster. That's her transformation. She does the standard villain stuff. But all through the first run, every time you beat a commander, you have to pick someone to execute them. And when you execute a commander, the character you pick to execute them absorbs their hemoanima and becomes more powerful. Like they actually get a buff in game.
Mm-hmm.
But the commanders, this is incomprehensible to the invaders who consider that is an affront to their god. Then on the second route, she senses the super powerful hemoanima that Takumi has that he got from the past route. It's like, oh, that shit's fake, and starts eating her own minions.
But
She's like, oh, nothing matters. Fuck you, I'm getting stronger. But that's not why I nominated her. I nominated her because she just keeps showing up on every route. Many times when you're in a different genre inside that school. Like you have transitioned to an entirely different thing you're doing. It's like if every third episode of Kare Kano Perfect Cell showed up.
that's pretty fucking awesome.
It is really great how she keeps making speeches about how, all of this power is for her and she's the new god of this world, and then doing Hanna-Barbera villain shit, like tricking you into this capsule that will let you go to the space station, except really it's a cage that turns off your hemoanima. I'm going to kill your friends. Or BT Dubs, I built a giant missile that's going to blow up the space station and I launched it 5 seconds ago. Fuck you.
This does sound pretty great. Bob, if you wanted context for what this character looks like, I believe this is a character. Correct me if I'm wrong, Aggro and Chris.
Yeah.
That is Veshness.
God, she looks like a Macross villain or something. It's great.
It's pretty fucking great. Who nominated Renoir?
I did. Renoir is, oh my God, the first time you see Renoir on that beach. Just when you're thinking, I don't remember any of these other expedition characters from the trailer. Why is that? Renoir steps out of the darkness, a one-man walking vibe check, and just delivers the greatest bitch you thought in history.
Yeah.
He's so fucking scary every time he's on screen. And then it turns out that's because he's like a caricature of a teenage girl's father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the way she views him. And then the real him shows up and he's a little older and he's a little more fucked up and he's really tired of doing this.
Yeah.
Oh, that man. He's so like, you get the best of both worlds because of the double dip. You get the unstoppable, cool as shit badass, and you get all of the, that's kind of relatable emotional depth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, also I have to say that Andy Serkis's performance as his voice was absolutely fucking nailing the exact tone they needed to for that character.
Mm-hmm.
Which was weird because I'm going to be honest, I didn't know it was Andy Serkis at first. I'm just plowing through the game and then people were like, yeah, that's Andy Serkis. And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, sure, yes, okay, yeah.
He does look like him. Once I found out, I'm like, oh yeah, they do kind of have the same face.
I kind of get it. Yeah. Yep, now it's working.
He's like if you merged Andy Serkis with Pierce Brosnan.
Damn.
Yeah. He may have upped his villain game since his Bohan days.
A little.
Yeah.
A little more intimidating.
Weirdly, maybe the first game where he's actually a really strong, good villain in it.
Tell me about Skia from Hades 2.
I think it's Scylla.
I think it's Scylla.
Scylla? Scylla?
Scylla or Scylla?
I think it's Scylla, but I don't know. I'm not 100% sure.
Stone Cold Killer.
I was just kind of mumbled it and said, and Charybdis, so.
She's a sea monster you fight on the route down to Hades.
Correct.
And she sings. So she's a sea monster and has a couple sirens with her. And they do various songs each time you go down. And she starts out being convinced that you're a groupie and really want her autograph. And then that transitions eventually to her thinking that you work for some company that might sign them. And yeah, it's this progressive thing of like, you're never actually getting along with her and always have to do battle with her. And there's like 2 different songs that can play throughout the entire level leading up to her. It's great. It's really good. I think she's the best villain in that game, even though she's not even serious for a moment.
Yeah. It doesn't sound it. And that is everyone, right? Oh, wait. We didn't talk about Higgs.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. One of the important things to note about Higgs as an antagonist, one of the first fucking battles you have with him, he's like, oh, no, I know I can't kill you. I can't stop you from doing what you're trying to do, but you know what? I'm just going to fuck shit up. I'm going to keep breaking shit, making shit hard, scaring you, killing your friends. Fuck you, Sam. Like, it's his whole energy, the whole fucking game.
Yeah, the whole game, he's like, yeah, I'm not okay with what happened last game. I'm just not. None of that's going to slide.
Every fucking cutscene basically opens with the man like, still fucking pissed, by the way.
It's shockingly similar energy to the Supreme Commander.
Right?
Like there's a level of pettiness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you really don't even get the idea that he cares that much about his grand plans anymore. It really is just, I hate you, Sam. I really hate you.
The man is just an asshole. There is a point in this game. It's an incredible cutscene. Sam gets to one of the last things you need to bring online. I think it's the second or third to last. He shows up with his fucking, I believe it's a Stratocaster. Let me look up what a red Stratocaster would look like. Not quite. It's more of that X-sharp shape to a guitar. He shows up with this gun that is that, where he plucks out insane chords and does guitar solos that shoot fire out of it. But he shows up here at this second or third to last station Sam's going to bring online. You go in, you bring it online, and they're like, Sam, just so you know, things might get a little dangerous from here. You should save. So you could go downstairs and you could save. The second you leave the building... Agra, let me explain something about Sam Porter Bridges. He can't die. Higgs is pretty pissed about that. That's why he's never going to find it. He thinks he's never going to really win in these situations, but he's just fucking bitter for the rest of time, and some fucking fucked up amalgam of Legion brought him back in order to fucking deal with this shit. They're fucking pissed about all this. And he knows that. He knows he can't do that, but he found this magnificent solution. And by solution, he means just feeling better about his station life being a horrible, fucked up soul grafted onto a robot ninja. He covers Sam in a fucking literal napalm that is made of souls that never stops burning. So when Sam fucking finally dies from being burned to death, he comes back the way he does, being a, repatriate Bob?
I think that's right.
And he is still on fire and burns to death again and again and again. And this happens 6 times in a row as Sam is crawling on the ground and Higgs is laughing at you in your horrible, excruciating pain. And you have to go through the sequence of resurrecting over and over and over.
Microwave hallway again, huh?
Right?
Yes,
I laughed so hard. I was like, holy shit, we have a microwave hallway, and it's you crawling out of a shed while being on fire for eternity. It's pretty fucking cool. It's a shame Higgs was not prepared for the barefoot ninja. Hey, Bob.
Hey, what's up?
They don't know about the barefoot ninja.
No,
She's
they
so
don't know
strong
about-
because she's barefoot.
Yes. Being barefoot is part of her power set.
Sounds like a Kojima character.
She could do anything.
And then the separate character, also very important, the pregnant lady who can make it rain.
Yeah.
She's always pregnant.
Like the
forever.
weather or dollar bills, y'all?
The weather.
Well, I mean, in this game, they mostly show the weather, but there is a photo shoot, so.
Oh, that's true.
Again, pregnancy enthusiasts should have been there day one with Death Stranding 2. Bob, I'm sure I missed all sorts of opportunities to call out what's amazing about Higgs as an antagonist in this game, but I think this is the best performance Troy Baker has ever turned in a video game. It is fucking insane that the Game Awards did not give him best performance.
Yeah, no, that's wild. Every time
Did they even nominate him for Higgs? I thought they just nominated him for fucking Indiana Jones.
They nominated him for fucking Indiana Jones.
Fucking AstroTurf.
Absolutely insane. You could not possibly come to the logical conclusion that his performance as Indiana fucking Jones was anywhere near as good as Higgs.
Here's my impression of someone else. Give me an award.
Part time.
Oof.
That was my application to get best performance for this year's, 2026 is the Game Awards.
Are you going to voice Indiana Jones in the Switch 2 version?
Yes, they couldn't afford Troy to come back. I got it. Don't worry, I got this. What's this level full of? Sand? I got this. Sand. Why'd it have to be sand? Wait, I'll do another in case we need a second line. Sand. I absolutely hate sand. Okay. But any last details on Higgs before we move on, Bob?
God, yeah. Every time he shows up, it's great. Like he's tried. It's not only his own robot body, but also gigantic mechs that every time you fight one, you pick up pieces and your people analyze it and like, what the heck is this? It doesn't seem to actually be a robot. I don't understand how this works.
Oh no.
Yeah, there's also the fact you have seen this if you've seen the Death Stranding 2 trailers. He fucking is carried around by his robot ninja clan in a coffin he rises up out of the ground in. Mm-hmm. And when he gets back into it, he sinks back into the oil that appears beneath it. It's pretty fucking cool. There's one time he gets his ass whipped and crawls back at that thing pronto.
He's also introducing American gun culture to Australia.
It's
and that's
true.
Bad.
Oh my.
Yeah, that's really smart.
It was so fucking funny. He's like, we just need to scare them a little, get them really into guns around here. Bring a little bit of America to the down under. No, Higgs was great. Anyway, God. Anyway, I think we're good here. How many fucking votes are we gonna get? 4? 3? Oh, we could do 3.
Would be brutal. Jesus.
We could do 3.
Yeah, we can do it. We can do that.
Okay. 4? Aggro? 4?
Maybe 4.
Maybe 4? Okay. Okay, similar to an earlier category, but for an opposite reason. Is anyone here not voting for the Subway Slammer?
I am not voting for the Subway Slammer.
Yeah, I'm not. He just
No
needed to
way.
be in here
I
because it's
can't
funny.
believe this. I thought we were unanimous on how scary this guy was. Damn. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and start voting with aggro.
Okay. I'm going to vote for Higgs. Because I can't believe he cast Become Fire Punch on a guy. Renoir from Clair Obscur. The Supreme Commander from 100 Line. And the Subway Slammer. Fuck all y'all, he is based as hell.
Oh my God. I didn't realize
This
how powerful
whole
he was.
subway, Bob, the whole subway is his for the slamming.
Chris?
Higgs. That's just a level of pettiness that few can match.
We didn't talk about one of the biggest spoilers of the game. I need to get this in here with Death Stranding 2. Bob, after they successfully extinguish Sam and they're doing the whole fight sequence inside, it was pretty cool when Higgs getting the shit rocked out of it is like, hey, Fragile. Pretty cool when you let Sam's baby die at the beginning of this game. That was pretty fucking great of you. Good job there, by the way.
Yeah, nobody.
What an asshole.
Nobody doesn't like him.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, what the fuck were they thinking nominating his Indiana Jones performance?
I don't know.
Okay, anyways, Chris, continue.
The Supreme Commander. Similarly petty.
She's so good. She keeps showing up and being confused as to why the undefeatable guardians of the ultimate weapon are a bunch of random teenagers who seem to be in the middle of something else.
Yeah, she sure does.
In multiple routes, like the ones where you find out shocking truths that change everything, she rolls up and they're like, no, Veshnis, we know the truth now. Can we stop? And she's standing there full of the blood of her allies like, no, you don't get to quit the war. Most everyone is dead. I'm gonna eat you kids.
Renoir.
Subway Slammer.
He is really good.
Subway Slammer. Subway Slammer. Subway Slammer.
Lace.
Damn it.
She's funny, even if she is a total jobber.
Yeah, she also has a really good design. Let me show that in here.
It's true.
She's also got the needle sword, so you get to have the needle sword off.
That is really good. Bob, it's your turn.
Okay. Higgs.
Saw that coming.
Yeah. Lace. Skilla.
Subway Slammer. Subway Slammer.
I'm not that afraid of the Subway Slammer.
You're not? You think it's easy to not be afraid of him, but just wait until you are standing next to a thing and he tackles you. You fly all the way over.
See, Bob, I think you've made, like, you have a misunderstanding. You think there's a part of the subway that you can be in.
Oh, yeah, that
in which
might
you
be.
are not his for the slamming. But let me clear this up for you, Bob.
Yeah.
This whole subway is his for the slamming.
Not sure if you knew that.
You know what? You're right. It is his for the slamming. Go ahead and put the vote on it.
I'm going to vote for Higgs. Thank you, Kojima. Thank you so much. Our boy Troy Baker needs to be in powerful roles.
Can finally have the face-off of Chinkaria versus Higgs. We'll get there.
Shinkaria doesn't stand a chance. God, him being that petty to fucking Fragile. She's whipping his ass and he's just like, good job on fucking letting the baby die. God, you were babysitting it for like, what, a day?
Jesus.
Yeah. Christ. Renoir. He really is incredible. He's powerful. I think the game really heavily depends on him and his performance and this layered character he's going with to be as good as it is. It would not be the same without him. Unlike Higgs, who brings a joy into every conflict he's in, Renoir brings time out into every conflict he enters. You feel like you're grounded the moment he shows up every time. I'm going to have to give it to the Supreme Commander. They seem fantastic. I feel like any villain that shows up like a random encounter battle in the middle of a genre that has shifted is really powerful shit. And I'm going to have to throw my final vote on the Subway Slammer.
Oh my God, he's so powerful.
Like, seriously, name one other thing about Persona 5X.
Right?
I can't.
Right? No one
So I
can.
guess you fucking got me there.
Having sorted the votes, Higgs has a unanimous vote. The Supreme Commander has 3 votes. The Subway Slammer has 3 votes, and so does Renoir de Sandra. There are 2 votes on Lace and 1 vote on Skilla. Let me think. How is everyone okay locking in Higgs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Because that's how I feel. But so is everyone okay putting Subway Slammer at runner-up without even talking about it?
Yes.
I'm also fine with that.
I would even proposition for perhaps moving him out of the set and putting Lace in as runner-up.
We'll put him at runner-up for now, and we'll talk about that. Let's worry about these other 2 real quick. Oh, Christ. Fuck. Okay, so the tie is between Supreme Commander and Renoir de Sandra.
Mm-hmm.
Did we want to do a 1-vote runoff with those 2 to figure out who's second, who's third? Or did we want to
I
involve?
think we need to before we go
Yeah,
any farther.
sure.
Okay. Let's go ahead and do it. It is between Supreme Commander from 100 Line and Renoir de Sandra from Clair Obscur. Bob, 1 vote.
Supreme Commander. I honestly, if you'd put this character up for best character design, I might have voted for her.
It is a really good design. Chris.
Supreme Commander. She's just so funny.
Aggro.
Renoir.
God, I'm really being sold on the Supreme Commander, to be honest. But
It's fair. Very different flavors.
they are so different.
It is true. It's difficult. Renoir is actually scary, while the Supreme Commander is like, can you fucking go? How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, woman?
Right? She's scary the first time, and then you just figure out how to kill her in 1 turn with Takumi.
There's also this unbelievable. She also shows up in a cloak, like an Organization 13 cloak, at the start of a bunch of routes for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, she
that's
almost
beautiful.
immediately takes it off just to confuse you for like 10 minutes.
It's so horrifying because she's off in the distance on a building in the cloak, faceless, can't see anything. And Takumi looks up like, oh, who the fuck is that? I don't remember that person from the previous route. I put the controller down and I had a brief conversation. I said, game, if you pull some Kingdom Hearts shit, I am going to mutiny.
Jesus. Ah, yeah, they're completely different flavors. This feels insane and arbitrary.
Right?
I genuinely believe these top threes are all great, but Higgs is a notch above, and the other two are like perfectly tied in my brain. Of like all of these descriptions of the Supreme Commander sound fucking fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking evil Kramer busting in the door.
Right? Man, Renoir does have that cool electric tiger that shows up. And that is a pretty good point.
Yeah. Yeah,
But yeah, I don't know.
I don't either. Who wants to flip a coin? Then no one could be mad. No one would ever get mad that we flipped a coin.
We might need to.
We might.
None of us would get mad, but I don't know about the
we
comment.
would be delighted. Fuck it, we're doing it.
It's okay. We've probably said Skilla or Scylla wrong enough times that whoever was going to be mad is going to be mad about that.
Oh, fuck yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a penny. I'm going to say heads is the Supreme Commander, tails is Renoir de Sandra. Flipped, slapped, reveal. It's tails, it's Renoir. Renoir takes second.
Democracy works.
Oh, thank God. So, Bob, you wanted to do something about the runner-up here? You wanted to lower the Subway Slammer?
I was hoping that Lace could move above the Subway Slammer. Maybe we can tie them.
Well, check
I know
this
they're
out.
both so
I
huge.
support moving Lace up because the Subway Slammer is a bit that has run its course
What?
as of this moment, I would say.
This is an outrage. The Subway Slammer got 3 votes and Lay's got 2. But here, let's do a runoff real quick. You get 1 vote each between the Subway Slammer and Lace.
Okay, like real quick before that,
Yeah,
I just want to,
sure,
because
yeah,
I
there
didn't
you
play Silk Song.
Yeah, what's up?
So Bob,
Yeah.
how much would you say of the Subway is Laces for the slamming?
Well, technically,
Yeah.
there is a Subway-like thing in the Citadel, and she's in charge for a bit. I mean, they have the whole game, but for like a large chunk.
Does she slam?
She more of stabs.
She does have a ground slam.
Oh yeah, she does.
Oh, shit. No. No! This is not how this was supposed to go! I had the whole thing planned out! I need to watch that movie again just to watch that scene. Okay, 1 vote each. Bob?
Lace.
Oh, you're not coming over?
No.
I thought seeing the parallels between these two great characters, you would be like, but actually the Subway Slammer is slamming way harder. Chris?
Yeah.
Oh, which one, Lace or Subway Slammer?
Lace.
Damn it. Aggro?
The Subway Slammer.
I gotta vote for the Subway Slammer.
I'm sorry, Bob, I tried.
Right, we tried to defeat the evil of the Subway Slammer.
Well, you know, we could tie the runner-up this time. I feel like it's important that people know Lace from Silksong is exactly as good an antagonist as the Subway Slammer.
I'll take solace in the fact Lace will probably be the protagonist of the next Team Cherry game, and nobody will ever think of the Subway Slammer again after like 2 months.
No, it's fine. Pogs are coming back and Subway restaurants are popular.
Yeah!
Let's be real, Chris. No one thought of the Subway Slammer until we talked about it on the last episode of this for the last 6 months.
The best
It's
part
true.
is how many people learned of the Subway Slammer's existence because of that part. Subway Slammer stock's really flying up this game of the year. Anyways, We're all good to lock this in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Yep.
Best antagonist of 2025 is Higgs from Death Stranding 2. In second place, Renoir de Sandra from Clair Obscur Expedition 33 because a penny landed the way it did. In third place, Supreme Commander from 100 Line Last Defensive Academy. And tied runners up, the Subway Slammer from P5X and Lace from Silksong. And the final category, Worst Named Thing, Kaiser from Lost Soul Aside. The executive producers for this month's GigaBoots videos are Spaceman Spiff, Red Blaze 27, Brendan O'Sullivan, Cooper Tank, BN12, and Rado. Thank you very much to our executive producers and also these guys. If you want to become an executive producer or a normal patron, head on over to patreon.com/gigaboots today.